Coach, what's the story?
Well, that's a great question. There's a lot of stories. I think obviously there's a great rivalry and a tremendous amount of tradition between John Jay and Arlington, so obviously the kids will be up on both sides for that. More importantly, it's all about taking care of business in the league. That greatly impacts whether you're in the playoffs or not. Everybody's fully aware of that. And we had a great one with Jay last year, which I'm sure they're anxious to avenge. And more importantly, they're off to a great start this year. They're a very good football team, 2-0 with a league win. And we had a very difficult loss last week. So we're really more focused and have been focused this week on getting ourselves squared away, executing, correcting mistakes. And if we take that approach, I think we'll be okay.
What did last week's game do to motivate the team this week heading into, again, a big rivalry game here at home?
Well, I think anytime you come off a loss, it certainly gives you a little bit more focus, to say the least. It was a difficult loss on a short week. The good news was that made this week a long week, so it kind of gave us some time to digest that game, heal up, move forward, and I think the kids are ready to go.
What can Arlington fans expect this week? I'm sure you'll have a big crowd. It's a big Saturday afternoon game. For the people coming to the game, for supporting Arlington, what can they expect?
Well, I think they can just expect a tremendous atmosphere. I'm confident that our community will be out there to support the team. It'll be a lot of people. It'll be exciting. I think the weather's going to be great. It'll be a physical football game. You got two physical football teams that play very good defense, that can run the football. And, I think whoever can separate themselves a little bit in the pass game, whether it's defending the pass or executing the pass game on offense, will probably separate themselves along, of course, as always, with special teams.
You beat them on the road last year. They're coming here to your house. Do you expect any kind of home field advantage?
You're always at a greater comfort level being at home. I know I do. It's just an easier startup regarding pregame and things of that nature. But when we travel on the road now, most of the teams we played, especially Jay. So I think you're comfortable going away as well. I don't know how much that plays into that, other than I just know I'm more comfortable when we're home.
Right. What have you seen about your team this year that you've liked? It's only 2 games, but you've seen a win, you've seen a loss. What have you seen that's impressed you so far?
I definitely like the physical play. We are a physical football team at all positions, and I think that's a testament to our off-season strength conditioning and speed program. And being physical doesn't always necessarily mean being stronger. I just think we've shown all the positions that, yes, we're strong, but we're athletic, we have good balance, we're doing things well in that nature, and that's clearly transcended to the defensive side of the ball. I think it will transcend to the offensive side of the ball. We made some errors on offense last week. I think that's where we didn't execute more so than on defense. As soon as we clean that stuff up, I think the physical style of play will come over to the offense, the way it did against McMann, but we needed to come that way in our league games.
John Jay has a new head coach. They're 2-0 to start. What have you seen about John Jay, and what impresses you about that?
Well, Tom's a great guy. We've become friendly over the last 4 or 5 years, and I was very close and still close with Brian Walsh as well. And Tom was a very good student in Brian's system, and he's an accomplished coach himself, not just in football but baseball. So he knows what he's doing, and he's got a solid staff, and I really think they're doing a great job over there, especially because they kind of got going with the whole decision late. They got those kids ready to play. That's the bottom line. So I'm very impressed, really, with the way the whole operation's being run. There's not much of a fall-off thus far for them, so I'm impressed with that.
We're talking about the build-up to the game, obviously the rivalry, the history. How do you tell the kids to just relax and go out there and play, 4 quarters of football?
It's funny you brought that up. Obviously, we talk about the rivalry and things of that nature, but, part of my talk to them today was, the importance of executing, of doing everything right, of playing hard, and yet at the same time having fun. The bottom line is they are kids, and if they're having fun, they have a much greater chance of being successful. And I just shared with them, really, in any phase of their life, if they're not enthusiastic, if they're not having fun, they're not going to be successful. So if you want to achieve anything great in life, you got to have enthusiasm. So we wanted that to be the emphasis today, and we just want to go out there and kind of cut it loose.